Hey guys, now it looks like slowly but surely America is starting to change the custody laws. Child support, you know about the Roe versus Wade situation, and even alimony now. Is America getting a change of heart at giving men some rights? Or is it something else sinister here? I'll let you be the judge though. Check out this video.
I'm a Texas attorney, so anything that I discuss on this TikTok only applies to Texas. And honey, I got some tea for my non-custodial parents, so come in, sit down, get comfortable. Since I'm giving out the tea, don't forget your tea. Okay, so starting September 1st, your county or your municipality, of course if you live in Texas, can now issue a fine up to $500 for those interfering with child custody orders. More specifically, Texas Family Code 157.551, also known as House Bill 969, is a code that you can look and read on your own about this new code that's coming into effect on September 1st. More specifically, the state of Texas is basically recognizing that the courts are backed up and they understand that you litigants need a different way or a different remedy to enforce your child custody orders. Now listen, I don't know what this means for you because Texas is actually leaving it up to the county or the municipality to enforce or bring this ordinance into play. But the way I see it, it's a win-win situation because typically my clients or people that I talk to, when they're being denied possession of their child, they must file an enforcement with the court. However, Texas is now saying you can still file an enforcement with the court, but if someone is violating the child custody order, now they can be issued a fine. And I think this is wonderful for those parents who maybe they don't even have money to file an enforcement. So I gotta call the baby mamas out. If you are withholding that child from their daddy, you better hope your county don't put this law into effect. And if you are being denied possession of your children, or if the other parent is withholding the child and you have a custody order in place, give me a call and let me fix it.
Now, as you guys can see, the custodial parent will now be fined. How much you want to bet these counties won't comply? But I digress. This is a good step forward in the right direction anyway. I'm guessing the government is actually listening and observing on numbers. And they're definitely watching these men point of view videos and clips. What's going on, if you really start to think about it, if men stop dealing with American women in the masses, that actually is a security risk for the country. No people, no country. Anyway, here are some more proofs they actually care. Watch this on Alimony in Florida.
All right, let's talk about the new Florida alimony law and how it may catch fire in other Republican-led states. The measure was called SB 1416, and it's a bill that not even Rick Scott, the former Republican governor, would sign. But DeSantis signed it on June 30th, and it became law on July 1st. It ends permanent alimony. Now, that sounds terrible, and it is terrible for the women of Florida who were counting on having permanent alimony because it's mostly going to affect older women. But there are only 7 states in which permanent alimony exists anyway, and those are Connecticut, New Jersey, North Carolina, Oregon, Vermont, and West Virginia. This law caps durational alimony at 3 years and rehabilitative alimony at 5 years. And as always, alimony is terminated if the receiving spouse gets remarried. Here's the part where it gets a little tricky. This new law also allows a judge to modify prior alimony agreements. And they can modify those based on the age, health, and motivation for retirement of the payer. And it also puts the burden of continuing to prove that you need alimony on the recipient. So even though alimony may have been decided at the time of divorce, it can now be challenged over and over and over again. Now, only about 10% of divorces end in alimony in the first place. You have to be married pretty much more than 20 years for a judge to really seriously consider it. 400,000 people currently across the nation are on alimony, and 98% of them are women. Now, with the abrupt ending of permanent alimony and some of these changes and ability to legally challenge things, older women in Florida are saying this new law is going to absolutely ruin their lives.
Now, as you guys can see, alimony is also recognized as a threat to American marriages. I mean, if we allow women to use our laws to rob our men, it incentivizes men to look elsewhere for suitable wives. Alimony has to go. And I know it's when women out there that will challenge this, but I'm going to be honest. Most women that care about these new laws don't really care about this society anyway. All they care about is scamming the system, making up excuses to leave their marriages. And this is going to make it harder for them by getting rid of all these laws. We will force women to genuinely marry a man, not expecting anything if she leaves. If you really think about it, the average man is screwed anyway. If Bill Gates and founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, can't keep a woman, what chance do we have? Guys, that's it for now. Like, comment, and subscribe. There's more to come. Thank you.